22 degrees?
Yes. Now, a fourth shark has been caught and killed on baited drum lines in the Whitsundays. This exclusive video shows a monster 3.7 metre long tiger shark being caught in Syd Harbour, the same place Justine Barwick and Hannah Paps were mauled less than a week ago. The local government says drum lines will stay in the harbour for the duration of the school holidays.
All right, let's get today's take on this with journalist John Mangos and Shirley Horton from 9honey.com.au. John, baiting and killing these animals, when the first two happened, I was like, OK, I get it, we're doing that. We get to 3, we get to 4, I'm like, OK, we're just going to keep going?
Well, I still don't even get the first one and the second one, because when we enter their territory, why are we killing them for attacking us? Like, is it some sort of deterrent? The shark bites human, let's kill shark, and that sends a message to other sharks, don't touch humans. Yeah. It's rubbish, it's nonsense. If the shark comes onto our land and bites someone, then we've got every right to shoot him. But we've got to leave them alone. The drum lines, fine, that's good if it acts as a deterrent, but when we enter their territory,
we have to be a bit more smart and aware, and maybe there should be other things in the water.
The bottom line is, what does it achieve by killing the shark? And they can't even be certain it's the one that mauled the person anyway.
And I think the issue, Shelley, is that they've stopped all commercial fishing or fishing in that Whitsunday region. And so the fish are coming back in, the sharks are coming back in. Now, I believe the same thing is happening in Sydney Harbour, that fishing in Sydney Harbour is... So are we going to see the same thing happening at harbour beaches in Sydney?
Possibly, but I'm afraid, for once, I agree with John Mangos. I just don't think that it's fair that we are killing these sharks when really, as John says, they're not going to be picking up the phone to each other going, hey, don't go to that bay.
Hey,
they're
Lenny.
Mate,
Man down, shark down,
but
shark
the
down.
problem is Whitsundays rely very heavily on tourism, and so this is their
local
government response.
But the tourists need to actually understand that there are risks. I mean, we tell them about the box jellyfish, we tell them about crocodiles, Australia has a lot of stuff that can kill you. You know, that's part of the thrill. So I'm just like, I'm anti-killing them.
Like when you go to New York, they say don't walk in Central Park after dark, don't they? So you know not to do it. Correct?
Yes.
Well, don't go to these beaches if you know there could be sharks there.
Yeah, there's been a few attacks. Stay away for a while. All right, let us know what you think at home. It's something that's really firing people up online, but also making news. Kids are being handed pocket money without having to lift a finger. New research reveals 56% of children are given cash by their parents without having to do a basic chore. Shelley, do you think kids should be made to work for their pocket money, or are kids should we just be giving them cash so they work out the value of money and that we're instead of tap and go?
No. Look, the whole thing is you have to work for the money to understand the value of money. Tap and go is probably the worst for adults and kids because you don't feel the pain of handing cash over. When I was growing up, we had chores, and if we didn't do the chores, we didn't get our pocket money. And if we wanted to earn more than our pocket money, then we had to go and hit up the neighbours to, you know, mow their lawn or do something, wash their windows or something like that. So that made you realise how much money you needed to get together to go and buy things. I think this is a genius idea. I really hate the idea of kids just getting handouts for no reason.
Yeah, 40% of kids also believe that their parents' credit card is their money.
Yeah, which it isn't. This is Shelley and John agreement.
That's the bank's money. Yeah,
that's the point, Sonia. You're absolutely right. You need an incentive to work, and you need to understand the value of money. And this is the only right way to do it. Otherwise,
so what chores do your boys do?
Otherwise, they think it grows on trees.
What chores do your boys do?
Oh, get them to, you know, they're at the age now where they can start lifting dirty plates from the table and putting them into the kitchen and rinsing, and certainly the bedrooms, tidying bedrooms. When they do their homework, and there's books everywhere, the guys know that once they've done their homework, they've got to pack them all up.
Oh, it's a simple little things like that which will escalate.
Sweep
out the chimney.
You know what?
Make my iPhone.
You know what, David? I think you've hit on something. You know what? It actually doesn't matter what the chore is, as long as it is something, so that it's an action that gets the reaction, which is money.
Here's the cash shoulder. Shelley and John, stay with us. When we come back, Australia's smartphone addiction epidemic. Why most people would rather give up running water than internet access.
And should airlines enforce dress codes? Wow, maybe when I look at these pictures, why passengers are being called out for their inappropriate choice of clothing. She's not even wearing anything. And what is that?
Welcome back, everyone. Now, Australians would rather go without running water than run out of mobile data. A new report has shown just how addicted we are to the internet, and it's not pretty. Apparently, 65% of us wouldn't cope without internet access for more than 2 hours.
Gee whiz. Let's get today's second this with Shelley Horton and John Mangos. Shelley, put your phone down. Have you got the new iOS 12 yet?
I'm about to get it.
Get the iOS 12 and it has screen time on there which tells you how long you're on the phone for. But the average person checks their phone 130 times a day.
Yeah.
I would.
130 times
I'd be
a
like
day.
260. For
Really?
shears.
Double
for
down?
shears. Double it. Double it.
Well, what are you, David?
Well, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, mine told me
But
2.5
here's the thing.
hours in
I
last
tried
week.
last weekend on the Sunday. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to check my phone. So I didn't. And a work drama had come up and I didn't end up seeing it until 9 p.m. at night when I picked it off the charger.
Right.
And so I'm kind of like, well, society expects me to work 24/7 these days. So it's a bit difficult.
Okay, do you want to hear some bad stuff?
Yeah, go
What?
on. How long?
John, here's what I did. 5 hours on Twitter last week,
Whoa.
an hour and 44 on Instagram, an hour and 3 on Messenger, an hour on Facebook. Boy, that's going down. And then emails were an hour. So work. 1
Not
hour.
so much.
Not so much.
Tweet him.
John,
if you have a story, tweet
David.
David.
No,
People
Yeah.
would rather cancel a date if the venue didn't have internet access.
And it's wrong. At the end of the day, the mobile phone is not just a tool, but probably the most powerful tool in the world today. And we've all got them, right? Because it's a tool, we should be the master of it. It should not be the master of us.
But I love my
I love my tool.
I do
You know,
love
they're
it.
good fun, but we've got to control the use of it. Mine told me I was on screen for 2.5 hours all of last week. I was quite happy with that number. In other words, I dipped in, found out what I needed to know,
And then got
out.
off. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hands off your tool, David. Moving on, and there
I was hoping someone would pick up on that.
for dress codes to be enforced on planes. In days gone by, people would dress nicely.
I know,
Nice.
right?
It was an event, right? These days, people wear track pants or leggings. I've done that, or even worse.
Is
John,
he vaping? What is he doing?
do
What
you
is
think?
I don't know. No, he's drinking. He was drinking.
I think this one's in a bikini in the airport. Do you think airlines should have dress codes?
Not a strict code per se, but a code that says some level of respectability.
Yeah.
I think I saw somebody quoted a great measure was you wouldn't want to be seen by your boss in an outfit that
Like
you wouldn't
with
like
your shirt off?
your boss to see you in. And I think that's
What
probably
is
a
that?
good.
Look at those
a good-
toenails.
I mean,
Take
for a
that
start,
off.
cover your feet for a
Oh,
start.
but he
okay?
can't. Look at those toenails.
Bare legs, no,
It's
don't
Wolverine.
Wolverine feet. I can't even look at
agree.
that.
It's quite
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's-
And you know what? You guys rose the point just a moment ago that when it's exposed flesh, it's making contact with the seats, and the seats don't get
Yeah.
vacuumed.
They don't get
up.
clean.
No,
They don't clean
no,
those seat
no.
people.
Oh, getting itchy.
So,
I know.
yeah.
They're not going in and steam cleaning those seats
No,
every,
they're not.
every flight. They are not
They
doing
are
that,
certainly
Shelley.
not.
I mean, look, when you fly, especially if you're travelling a long distance, you want to be comfortable.
Yes.
I get that. But there was a point there, wasn't there, where they were banning leggings?
They were banning leggings overseas. I really object to that because, as far as I'm concerned, going in a plane is uncomfortable. So wear comfortable clothes so you
Have
don't
you got to
have
climb
pants.
over people in a skirt, really?
Well, you don't
Yeah,
want that
no, you
anyway.
don't, no.
But like, I think that something like leggings and they're also like compression tights and things like that. So you're looking after DVT issues.
Yeah.
So I think all of that is important to take into account. I do think that these, bum cheeks showing in the shorts are,
It's just respect for the people around you too, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a certain degree
Hygiene,
of self...
hygiene respect. Yeah.
Also, I don't reckon they're washing those pillows every time.
No, they're not.
What pill- oh, okay.
And people who don't wear their shoes into the toilets.
The list goes on.
I've done that. I've done that, and it's not until you get into the toilet.
go-
you
you're
realise,
like,
oh,
"Oh."
I don't know
It's
what
You're like,
to do.
I'm soaking in it. Like liquid into this chalk.
Let us know what you think at home on Facebook and Twitter. I think a little dress code.
Just a little cheeky
Just a
dress
little
code.
one.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Thank
Thanks,
you, John.
everybody.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Coming up on Today Extra, the one...